Hey y'all, happy Sunday. So today I'm gonna show you how in 2 years I learned how to replace 2.35% of my household income with passive investments. So the reason why we're talking about this today is because I wanted to show y'all what I'm investing in currently so that you can see where I started and where I made it to today. My biggest challenge this year was that I really couldn't add to my investments, and it's frustrating. In 2023, I built them up. I started from nothing and built them. And this year, I couldn't really add anything. So it was really important, and you'll see soon, that I found investments that could grow themselves. With that said, we're gonna jump right on into the investments I had in 2024. All right, y'all, there are 4 major ways that I made income in 2024. First is certificates of deposit, followed by bonds, followed by interest from like checking and savings accounts, followed by stock dividends. First one we're going to break down is my bonds. So for bonds in 2024, I made $142. So these are investments I made in early 2023. As per recommendation, they were I bonds. I'll do a lesson on them in the future. I didn't really know much about them, so I really bought them to learn about them. What I learned was that their interest rates are pretty low. They were pretty safe. I bonds they're tied to inflation. So that's a safety factor, which is cool, but their yields are pretty low. So next investment we're going to talk about is certificates of deposit, or CDs. So in 2024, I made $39.31 on CDs. Now you're probably thinking like, John, like that's not a lot, and you're right. I let my CDs mature, or mature means they end or finish out, and most of them matured at the beginning of 2024. So I didn't renew them, and here's why. So CDs, I don't really love them as investments. They're incredibly safe, which is great. So if you're looking for somewhere to start, CDs are a great place, and it's where I started originally. But what I realized was that the yields are usually pretty low, and also your money is locked into that investment. Now you can't get it out, but there are usually penalties and fees that you'll have to pay whoever you get your CD from to get the money back. Okay, the next investment is interest from savings accounts. So I made $592.19. And like 99.9% of this interest is from the high yield checking account that I told a bunch of y'all to get. I'll pin that video above here now. But that I told y'all at the end of last year. You can, if you just move your money from a like 0.01% checking account or savings account to a high yield savings account of like 4%, hey, you're gonna start making that money quick. And now, is this really investing? It depends on who you ask. But my money's making money, so I'm gonna count it. Last but not least, this is my absolute favorite investment so far. It's dividends from stocks. So last year I made $1,076.11 from dividends. So dividends are great because you buy the stock, and in theory, you don't really care what the price of the stock is. Now, obviously, if it's like really high, then you don't buy it. But when the stock price is low or even average, you buy it anyway, because you're not buying for capital gains, buy low, sell high. You're buying because the company's paying you a dividend. A dividend it's like getting a paycheck once every 2 or 3 months or once a month, depending on the company. And that's what I love. So that was continuous cash flow that even though I couldn't invest last year or invest my own capital, I was able to have dividends reinvest themselves for me. So kind of closing out here, I'm going to be doing videos on all these things this year. Bond, CDs, I'll do savings accounts again because they're really important. And most importantly, dividends. I'll probably do a closer video on dividends in February because that's something I'm just really passionate about. And I know it's something that the starter or individual or young person can do, because once you start having that dividend portfolio, the theory behind that style of investing is that you don't really check on it but once a month, just to make sure that the stock isn't totally blowing it, if you will. And that's why I love it. You're investing for that continuous paycheck. So I hope you all got something out of today. Again, the purpose was to show you where I started the year, where I finished the year, and some of the things I'm currently invested in. Now, this is going to kick off a series for the rest of the year, and that will hopefully expand into forever time, showing my different investments, where I've succeeded so far, and what you can possibly invest in the future. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see y'all in the next video.